So how to pick something up off the ground correctly. One of the best things that you need to remember is anytime you're picking anything up off the ground, whether it's kettlebell, barbell, a piece of furniture at your house, whatever it is you're picking up, you need to get as close to that object as possible to ensure that you're using your hips and you're using your glutes and not your back. So one of the things that I correct the most is just people loosening up their core and using their back instead of the glutes and the hips. So I'm going to first demonstrate with the kettlebell, and then I'm going to apply that to the barbell. For the kettlebell, we're going to stand directly over it because that's as close as you can get before you touch it. So when you go down, we need to make sure we get our rib cage down. We pull our pelvis forward. We're bracing nice and tight. And then when we are reaching for the kettlebell, we're going to make sure that we move our hips back, and we're going to keep moving our hips back until we can hold on. So at the bottom of a deadlift, it should feel pretty uncomfortable. Okay? We should have our feet firmly planted on the ground. We're pushing the big toe down. The shin is vertical. The hips are higher than the knees, and your back is nice and straight. Okay? So as I push through my feet, I'm going to squeeze everything at the top, and then when I go down, I'm going to repeat that same movement as I went back to pick it up. So the whole time, my body's moving back, and then I'm pushing through my feet and standing tall. There's no part of my movement that's going forward, okay? So again, rib cage down and brace, reach back, reach back, reach back. We're right here. We're going to drive through our feet. We're going to squeeze our glutes at the top. And then on the way down, we're going to reach our hips back. And we're going to go right back down. Okay? And now I'm going to show you with a barbell. Okay? So when you get set up for a lift, it doesn't matter if it's super light or if it's super heavy. So I'm going to walk as far up until my shins are literally touching the barbell. Okay? Then I'm going to keep my shoulders back. I'm going to brace my core, so pull my lower abdominals down, and then I'm going to reach my hips back until I can hold on to the barbell. So in this position, again, my shins are vertical, my hips are higher than my knees, my back is flat. I'm going to take a deep breath in, I'm going to push through my feet, and then I'm going to squeeze my glutes at the top. So you're pushing through your feet all the way up. Now on the way back down, we have to make sure that we're reaching our hips back, and then it's going straight down, staying as close to the body as possible. Okay? So one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make is loosening up their core. So what that looks like is when you go down, if you let your stomach relax at the bottom in any way, shape, or form, you're going to be lifting a deadlift with your back and not your glutes. So we need to make sure that our body is nice and rigid, we're nice and tight, and our whole body is moving back. As we're reaching for that bar, everything stays nice and tight. As I drive up and I squeeze, okay? Right when you get past your knees with the barbell, you're going to squeeze the glutes. Again, the whole body's going up, and the whole body's reaching back, keeping the back nice and flat. Last thing that I'm going to go over real quick is your head position, which can be very important. So when I go down, I want to make sure that in order to keep my back straight, I'm going to keep my eyes exactly where they're at. I'm not lifting my neck, okay? I'm keeping my neck nice and straight, driving up, and the same thing on the way back down. Reaching my hips back, keeping everything nice and tight and rigid. If you have issues keeping your core tight, you need to work on bracing, pulling the rib cage down, keeping your shoulders back. Working on that strengthening is going to help you deadlift better. If you have questions, just email us, Amanda at CrossFit Germantown. Be happy to help.